Hi, I'm doing one of these blog opinion videos again. I like doing them. They make me feel like I have my mind together. Today I'm going to be ranting talking about sketchbooks, because last year I struggled so hard with mine and drawing in general. I blame a client horror story I have, but I will probably save that for another day. And to support the topic today, I will be drawing in my own sketchbook in the background. I have no idea what it's gonna look like. Will it be good or bad? Doesn't matter. It's just to show that sketchbooks are for fun, and it doesn't matter what it's gonna look like at the end. First off, let's talk about sketchbooks in general. In my opinion, the best sketchbooks have a little bit of everything: learning practice, scrapbooking, painting, drawing, doodles, thumbnail planning. Just a little bit of everything that turns that whole book into a little piece of you. I love watching sketchbook tours and seeing people have stuck stickers or tickets from their day or travels, or even little notes, whether it's a shopping list or something. It just makes it all so personal, but that's my taste. Some people think the sketchbook is not the place for those things, and that's fine. I think every artist should have one, regardless if you are strictly digital or you think you don't have time for one. Just knowing you have something convenient to open up and jot whatever, whether it's writing notes or drawing simple portrait or doodle. I think everyone, regardless if you're an artist or not, needs that space. It's probably why a lot of people keep journals and diaries. Also, listening to music is probably related to this. You put your headphones on and suddenly you're in this little bubble. We all need a place we can be ourselves and let loose. I love the idea of a sketchbook because it feels so old-fashioned and romantic in a way. Like, I know a lot of people prefer reading out of a book than reading it off a laptop or iPad. That might be a hipster way of thinking, but it feels real and special to be drawing in a physical book. When I was 15 or 16, I was going 2 years for an advanced diploma in visual arts. I don't think I absorbed much looking back, but I remember the teacher wanted us to keep a visual diary. He said to grab photos from magazines that we liked and stick them in. I didn't see much point to that at the time, and it was pretty sad to look at, actually, mainly because it was a rush job. He came over and asked me where was my visual diary, and I was like, what visual diary? I feel like that was the main theme of my teacher interactions in school. Even if I didn't find out too late, I think something that I wouldn't have been made obvious to me is that the whole point of the diary was not to fill it up with garbage that didn't mean a thing. It was to use it. I think that's what kind of has always bugged me about the fill a sketchbook in a week kind of challenges, because I don't really see the point. I would get burnout personally, but that's me. Everyone's different and has a different approach to things. That's why every sketchbook is different. I feel like sometimes, to most times, there's a lot of pressure for drawing in sketchbooks. If you have a channel like me, there is the thought that you will have to do a tour video when it is all done, and you don't know who might see it. There is also thoughts, am I going through this book too fast, or more commonly, too slow? Like, am I taking too long on this? A big problem I've noticed recently, there is hesitancy of repeating poses or subjects. Like when I am in the mood to draw a portrait of a woman at a certain angle, mostly what you see me doing now, I will mostly draw women at that angle. I will think, oh no, I can't because I did that on the last page or too recently. There is also the pressure of showing it to other people. Of course, it's your choice, but sometimes we want to show them the good bits that we like. I was always scared of drawing in public for that reason, but in my experience you learn that most people keep to themselves. I've had people come up to me and start talking to me while I'm drawing, but they've never asked to see my drawings. Besides the pressure, there are expectations you feel as well. Like hidden expectations. Not set expectations from other people, but you feel like there are certain expectations of you as an artist regarding your sketchbook. Like taking the book when you go out, drawing people and environments. I don't know if I'm a bad artist, but I have no interest currently in drawing people and trees around me. If I wanted to draw a beach or a person, I will grab the info from Google or just draw straight from my head. Not very traditional, but everyone's different. I think why it's so scary to show people your work is because you want, at least this is me, you want to show them the best side of what you can do. And you wouldn't find that in a sketchbook. There's some nice things in there that you wouldn't mind people seeing, but it's mostly crap. I watched this channel that I mentioned in my last blog video. Trojan horse was a unicorn? Something like that. They host sketchbook tours of professional artists, and one that stood out to me was the video of Crash McCreary going through his. Now his sketchbook was filled with beautiful drawings, but half of them were not. They were not there to impress. A lot of them were there to express an idea in a short amount of time. Some almost didn't look like anything, but he obviously used the sketchbook to get the point across to someone. He obviously didn't treat the sketchbook as a sacred place for strictly good drawings. He used it as a tool for displaying his thought process. He had funny little doodles, and his attitude was so pleasantly contagious to the whole fun of the video. He became one of my favorite artists after watching that video. However, there was this one other video that had an artist of equal skill, but he got to the first page and decided he didn't want to show his sketchbook at all. Instead, he decided to talk about his career and his work, and they were totally fine with it. I guess it shows no matter the skill level, you will always be insecure. But also, if you don't want to show people, you are in 100% right to do that. I personally force myself to show my stuff, so one day I just don't care. Still working on that, but I am a strong believer in the power of habit. Some artists advise having a secret sketchbook, one you are happy to show off, and one you feel comfortable making lots of mistakes in. I have 3 current sketchbooks. My main one I do whatever in. My small one I keep in my purse or bag just in case I get stuck somewhere, waiting and I am bored. And my bedside sketchbook, which is not for showing until I want to. It's got nothing weird in it, it's just a convenient book to have on the other side of the house. Anyway, my main one is half full, but the other 2 have barely anything in it. Because when I want to draw in a sketchbook, I want to draw in the main one. Because when you see all those drawings piling up, you get excited and you want to draw more inside, whether it's good or bad. That's why I think, to me, a secret sketchbook would be pointless. That's just me. I keep saying that's just me because there are no rules, everyone's different. If you like to keep the nudes and horny scribbles of anime boys in a secret sketchbook, I would 100% understand that. I would advise strongly to keep a secret sketchbook if you're into drawing that. I mean, you can be open to drawing that sort of thing, but I wouldn't go showing that to the public personally. I think I would personally like to keep a sketchbook for that reason, just to experiment with that kind of subject, but I'm terrified of someone finding it, even after I'm long dead. I think I would leave the words in my will, burn the book under the bed. Do not look in it. Just burn it. Or bury it with me. No one else look in that book. The reason I thought this video would be a good idea, once again, I want this video to be a reminder for myself that your sketchbook doesn't have to look beautiful like the ones you see on plenty of YouTube videos, because it isn't the norm. I know lots of us like to do more of the pretty stuff outside the sketchbook. It's a sketchbook, not a gallery portfolio. There is no right or wrong way to approach it. The only wrong things you can do is take it too seriously and tell yourself there are going to be no mistakes, because you are setting yourself up for great disappointment. You don't need fancy Copics or gouache if you love using lead pencils or a ballpoint pen. Those are my most common used weapons of choice in my sketchbook. It's fine, you do you. That is all you have to do. Use the sketchbook. It doesn't matter what goes in it. You just use it now. Draw something in it right now. It is nice or is it crap? Who cares? You did it, move on. And it's not a competition. There is always going to be a better looking sketchbook than yours. And there are plenty of plain ones, and it doesn't matter which ones yours falls into, because it's not for anyone else but you. Sure, the ugly pages will make you mad and frustrated, but you will keep moving on, and 10 pages on, you will laugh at the old ugly pages because you will have new ones. You will just keep moving and using the sketchbook, and soon enough you will have gone through those mistakes, and you will still treasure the book nonetheless, because as I said before, it's a little part of you, warts and all. Okay, I think I am done here. Hope I laid that across well enough, but I feel hyped and a lot better for it. I am going to draw something in my sketchbook. Will it be good? Will it be bad? Who gives a fuck?